What's up, y'all? Welcome to the last episode of how to get out of whatever rank from mid lane. Today, we're talking about how to get out of Diamond up into Masters and beyond. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different because we're talking about how to go from the top 1%, which is Diamond, up to the top 0.1%, and even beyond up into Masters and Grandmaster and Challenger. So today's episode is a little bit different because Diamond is a little bit different. If you've reached Diamond, that means you've reached the top 1%. So first of all, give yourself a little round of applause. That's a very good accomplishment. If you've even touched Diamond, you have gotten better at the game than the vast majority of League players will ever get. So congratulations, that's a very good journey. You've made it a long ways. Good job. Now, Diamond's the top 1%. That's very, very good. So what it takes to get to the top 0.1% is a lot harder and it's a lot more unique. The problems in Diamond, it's not as step by step, it's not as linear. We have to figure out how you can fit the game into your life and what your specific strengths are and your specific weaknesses. So it's not as simple as, if you want to get out of Silver, let's learn the fundamentals, let's go step by step by step. Well, to get out of Diamond, it's like, well, what is your life like? How does the game relate to your life? And how can you take that to the next level, right? So a lot of Diamond is mental. A lot of it is trying to figure out if you've reached Diamond, you have the framework to learn, right? You had hard times to Diamond. You've probably plateaued once or twice, or maybe a lot. And you've had periods where you've lost, you've had losing days, you've had times where you had to study and learn. So you have a framework to learn. Now it's just keeping that framework, adding on to that framework, and making sure you can adapt that to your current situation, right? Hopefully by now we've started to review a little bit more, and through Diamond, hopefully we can start to review more of our games more consistently. And Diamond is predominantly mental, because if we're going to go from the top 1% to get past that, we have to do what the top 1% isn't willing to do. So the top 1% is already doing more than 99% of the other people. Now we have to do more than that. Now that takes discipline, it takes emotional control, and it takes persistence. So you have to find ways that you can apply those things into your Diamond Plus career. So in Diamond, the biggest thing you can do is take the system you've been using and find out what's working with it and what parts you can improve, right? Take a look at how many games you're playing. See if you need to play more or less, right? Try to find what your problems are. The biggest thing is finding problems. And in Diamond, there are still problems in every single game, right? It's not up until like Grandmaster where there aren't really mistakes anymore. You have to create pace. In Diamond, there are still plenty of mistakes. So now you have to take what you've learned to go review your own games and pick out the mistakes. Diamond is actually the rank where I think getting private coaching makes the most sense because the problems are most unique in Diamond and it's incredibly hard to get out of Diamond, right? Because you have to find very small 1% improvements. Diamond is all about the small win mentality. Small win mentality. You have to find ways to just edge ahead in income in last hits. You have to find ways to get a sliver more HP. You have to find ways to optimize your back by 1 or 2 minions. Everything is getting optimized and chiseled down to a small T. I view climbing in Diamond as almost like creating a sculpture, right? Up until Diamond, you've just had a big old block of marble or whatever. And you've just been taking away big slices. And big slices have been falling away. Well, now in Diamond, you actually have like a person in the marble almost. Now what it's going to take is refining that and really, rather than taking big slices out of your game, it's small little 1% things here. Like we're going to shave off a little bit here. We're going to polish a little bit here. We're going to shave off a little bit here. So all of Diamond is basically mental and shifting your framework and your perspective to fit your specific problems because your sculpture is going to be so incredibly unique, right? When we're in Silver and you just have a big old hunk of marble, it looks the same as everybody else's hunk of marble, But now you have a unique life, unique play style, unique champion pool. How does that fit into the ranked ladder, and how can you optimize it? Right? So a lot of diamond is mental. A lot of diamond is mental. I remember when I first hit diamond, I was getting coaching from Coach Curtis, and I kept telling him, like, it feels like I don't need a league coach. It feels like I need a therapist. And that was really, really true. Once I was able to really apply my emotional control, remove myself from the outcome. And by the way, I mention this every video of this series. I have a playlist of mental videos which will help you. Go check those out, especially in diamond. They're super, super impactful. And I mentioned I need a therapist. And once I learned emotional control, and once I learned to detach myself from the outcome and take a look at my sculpture objectively and say, well, yeah, I have a sculpture and most people don't, but I can still improve it here. Or, I have a sculpture and that loss was out of my control and it sucks, but my sculpture can still be worked on here, right? Having that kind of ability to remove yourself from the outcome and look at the game objectively that you just played, and then figuring out, comparing that to the pro players. Diamond is also the elo where watching pro VODs makes the most sense. If you're below diamond, you don't even know what you're watching. You have no clue what you're watching when you watch a pro player. You're like, whatever. You don't have goals when you're going in to watch it. You don't know what you're seeing. But in diamond, you can actually go watch some of the matchups and watch, your champion. Let's say you're a Victor player. You can go look up Victor versus whoever, let's say a Kali. You can look up challenger VODs, and you can actually look at it through the perspective of, oh, he does this, but I don't do that. Why is that different from mine? Why is his sculpture different from mine? Is his better? Because it's not always going to be better inherently, but try to reason it out. Constantly be asking, compare all of the sculptures. The top of the ladder is just filled with polished sculptures, and they all look different. But figure out what makes a good quality sculpture and how that compares to yours. So climbing through diamond is completely mental. I really recommend, if you're stuck in this elo, first of all, do lots of mental exercises and a lot of exercises outside of the game. Make sure you're sleeping enough. Make sure you're eating enough. Make sure you're playing enough games. Make sure you're not playing too many games. Make sure you're working on your emotional control in your game so you can review them objectively. Make sure you're reviewing every single game you play, and make sure that you're really putting in the work, getting into the details, and getting that small win mentality. Okay, so the last part I want to talk about in this video is consistency. Now, once you hit higher diamond and you're up into diamond 2 and diamond 1, there's a lot of people who hit diamond 2 or diamond 1 and struggle to break into masters. And the biggest difference between this elo bracket and masters is simply consistency. A diamond 2 player's best game, or even their good games, not necessarily their best game, even a diamond 2 player's good games will be a master level game. That will be what a master player can do. The difference is the masters player is doing it every single game. And high diamond, especially in the middle of the season, has a lot of variance in the games. You have a lot of people who are, they don't have good emotional control, so they're just throwing away games. And you have a lot of people where, you have a lot of boosted people in high diamond. Like, you have a lot of these external variables that you can't control. So any individual day, you may be up or down 50 LP. But the thing that's going to bring you to masters is making sure you do not have games where you make super obvious low quality mistakes all the time, right? So consistency. Try to replicate your good games. Any game you have where you didn't have a good game, regardless of outcome. I don't care if you won or lost. If you didn't perform up to par, figure out why and fix that on your sculpture. Start to shave that part away. So diamond is the most unique, and this is the kind of the end of the Get Out of the X Rank series. I hope this series was helpful. Diamond is the most unique, and the biggest advice I can give to any diamond player is you have what it takes. You have the framework built in you already. Now let's run with it and let's adjust it and let's really get to work. The game is going to take more work now than it has ever taken. It takes more work to get to masters from diamond 4 0 LP than it did to get all the way to diamond from wherever you started. So let's get to work, and you can do it, and I believe in you. And a lot of it is mental. A lot of it is emotional control. A lot of it is reviewing and getting into the details. And if you are interested in coaching, check the description below. I can help you break through a lot of these mental problems and a lot of these gameplay problems. I appreciate you guys sticking through with the series. I hope you guys are enjoying the new upload schedule we're uploading every single day. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed night. Peace.